to the tip of the day. I'm here with Jessica, my friend Jessica. You know I talk about her, the one that likes to cook. Always
Loves
gives me advice because I don't. You know. Today she's going to show us how to make, what are they called again?
Sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls.
They can be for an appetizer, or they can be a very quick, easy weeknight dinner and your main course with just a little rice on the side. My kid loves them, my hubby loves them, and everyone we've made them for so far has loved them too.
To me it seems difficult, but she says it's easy, so we're going to see.
Okay, so the first thing you need is some frozen puff pastry. Got this from the frozen section, like $3. 2 sheets. I'm only going to use 1 sheet today, so lots of bang for your buck there. Some good Italian sausage. I have the big fat ones here, but you can actually get the smaller ones, and that would actually alleviate a step that we're going to show you in a couple minutes. But whatever kind of sausage you like. So if you like honey garlic, or you like Italian, or you like hot Italian, go for it. We've got a couple spices. Some garlic salt, some Italian seasoning, and just a little bit of thyme because that's what we like at our house. A little bit of flour and some Parmesan cheese, and it really is that easy.
Let's go. Okay.
First things first, we have to get our sausages ready. This is kind of gross, but it's really not that big of a deal. I think I'm going to need about 4. I take
Okay, you're using scissors. That seems gross to me.
Any shortcut I can. These are my cooking scissors. I brought them from
Don't
home.
even own cooking scissors.
They go
That's a good thing you brought yours from home.
Yeah, because I know you, and I knew you wouldn't have cooking scissors.
Because that's weird.
Haven't you seen the butcher block with the scissors and the butcher block? See this grossness?
Yeah, I just thought that was for the milk bag. Yeah, that's gross.
Okay, this is the casing of the sausage. You just take it off so you don't get that chewy part when you're biting through your sausage roll.
I guess it doesn't seem like that big of a deal if you're using scissors.
Well,
How many of you out there use scissors in your kitchen for cutting meat?
Have you ever like deboned a whole chicken?
I don't do the bone things with chicken.
Oh man, I totally use my scissors for that. Alright, so I have my puff pastry sliced in half. We're going to get 2 big fat rolls out of this. And now I'm kind of laying my sausage on the diagonal, crossed here, trying to leave a little bit of an edge at the bottom. When I seal these up and cut them, you're going to kind of almost have 2 little bites of sausage in each one. You can kind of break your sausage up a little bit to make it fit better. So the next step, I have some like good quality Parmesan cheese. Seriously people, do you know what I paid for this brick of Parmesan cheese? Look at how big it is. I paid $5.
That's a lot of freaking money.
Exactly like it. $5, and this thing has lasted me 2.5 months, and I make stuff with it all the time.
Okay, what if you're cheap and lazy like me?
Then you buy Parmesan
the shaker.
in a tub.
Okay, what about the shaking?
Gross.
What about the shaking kind? You be quiet. What about the shaking kind?
The shaking kind that's dehydrated, that sat on a shelf for 2 years?
Yeah.
You go ahead and eat it if you'd like. It's full of sodium and gross things. I'm telling you, $5, this hunk of Parmesan. This is the same hunk, and I bought it back in July. That's how long it lasts in the fridge. Keeps forever. And when you grate it with a good grater, you don't use very much. See my good grater? Hubby bought it for me for a gift. I'm one of those crazy wives who actually gets excited when he comes home with cleaning products or kitchen products.
Yeah, Joe would get a punch in the face, I think.
But if you bought it for Joe, he would be like,
he would. Joe likes to cook.
Excited.
You and Joe are so much alike. That's so funny.
I love to cook. It's just so easy to make delicious food and please people.
I don't like it
So I literally am sprinkling the Parmesan over here. The dough is going to kind of stick to the Parmesan and kind of make a gooiness. And believe it or not, you don't actually taste the Parmesan in these.
That's a freaking lot. That's a heart attack right there. That's a lot of Parmesan.
How is that a heart attack? Parmesan is actually not bad for you, dude.
It's not? Oh, I guess
and it's really
like
not that much. Like, look at how big my block is now.
Really, it's good till 2002. It's really good for a long ass freaking time. All right.
Parmesan cheese has like so much salt in it that it keeps forever.
Okay.
So next I have spices.
Which she brought from home because Lord knows I don't have any.
So like I said, we use thyme and Italian seasoning, but that's because we like thyme and Italian seasoning. If you're rosemary people, you could use rosemary or basil or whatever you happen to have on hand. I like to especially in this situation where you're trying to kind of get an even distribution of spices, I like to use my fingers so that I can make sure how much is getting on every spot. Then I have a little bit of garlic salt that gets a little hard. So a little sprinkle. And I chose garlic salt just to, you know, kill two birds with one stone and get a little bit of salt and the garlic flavor all at once. Okay, so I've preheated the oven to 375, and while that's heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and close these bad boys up. For puff pastry is so easy and forgiving, it's kind of unbelievable. There's lots of other things. You know how you bought a box of puff pastry to make this and now you have another sheet in the freezer? So many things you can do with puff pastry. There's lots of helpful handy recipes on the back of the box. But the next time you make chicken stew, put some in some ramekins.
What the f is a ramekin?
You don't know what a ramekin is?
No.
A little oven-proof bowl, honey.
Like a little glass bowl that we got when we got married. Those useless
Yes,
ones that are
that you
sitting in
never
the cupboard.
used for
Yeah, okay.
anything?
Got it, ramekin.
Yeah.
Did you know what a ramekin was? Oh,
one of
we're
those.
learning so much today.
And put some chicken stew in it, and then a little piece of puff pastry, like take your sheet of puff pastry, cut it in 4, and put a top on each one of those chicken stews, brush it with egg wash, and bake it in the oven, and you'll have a delicious homemade chicken pot pie. Now all I'm doing is the edges, I am sealing with a fork, just to make sure that we get some serious sealing going on. If you wanted to make these, say you're having some friends over on the weekend and you're gonna, you know, play some board games and have some snacks, I actually make them to this point. I take them to the point where they're all closed up and sealed, and then I put them on a cutting board like this, and I wrap it in saran wrap, and then whenever I want to make them for my guests, I pull them out of the fridge, egg wash them, and put them on the baking sheet. It takes like 5 minutes after they've all been cut.
She's whipping an egg in a ramekin.
Look, we got a ramekin. Cassandra's
It's
covered.
so
She didn't even know she had
funny.
one.
I knew what it was. I call it the tiny bowl.
You know, the bowl that she gets out to dip her
Yeah.
chicken fingers.
That's
in the
my chicken
sauce.
finger bowl.
Everybody has one. Okay, so all I'm gonna do, literally, I have one of these silicone brush things. These are handy. Barbecue sauce or baking or whatever. So I'm just covering it in egg wash. That's it. That's all. Oh, a little bit of drip.
Friggin' nasty.
Yeah, this part is kind of gross.
Friggin' nasty. All right, listen. We're putting them in a glass, and we're gonna bake them for how long?
Depending on the size of your sausage, anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes. These are pretty fat because I use the big sausage, but I have made them with the breakfast size sausage, and they cook up a lot quicker. So big sausage, closer to 25 minutes, little sausage, closer to 15.
I think I've had these before at M&M's. Like you buy that
M&M's makes
frozen.
them,
Yeah.
exactly, but these are like a million times better. They're so much tastier. It's not crappy like filler cheap sausage that's in them. It's actually really good sausage.
Sorry, M&M, for bashing you.
Yeah, I love you, M&M. You have so many shortcuts, but your sausage rolls suck. But I have to say, I brought your plump sauce to dip them in because it is delicious plump sauce. So we can't bash M&Ms too much.
All right, so we're gonna bake these for 20 minutes, maybe 25, and then I'll taste them and I'll be honest. You know, I'll be honest.
Okay, so here's the thing, people. When you are cutting these, you got sausage, you got dough, so be very firm and just go right through it. Don't try and saw, just go right through and a little
That's
wiggle.
like a lot of sausage in each one then, eh?
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is you're getting a lot more meat than like those appetizer ones.
So they just came out of the oven. It was probably more half an hour than 20 minutes.
Yeah, definitely closer to half an hour than 20 minutes, but this is what they look like when they come out of the oven. The egg wash gives them this like beautiful, nice brown color. And honestly, you take them out of the oven, you blot them on some paper towel like we have here, and then I have my favorite plum sauce. Remember I said M&M's plum sauce? They make delicious plum sauce. My daughter loves to dip in this. Hubby likes marinara sauce, but you pick whatever topping you would like.
Okay, so I just tried them. They're really, really, really yummy. And yeah, we just have them for the kids with some French fries. Really didn't take that long. Thanks, Jess. And next time I have company over, I can serve it as an appetizer from scratch. That's your tip. See you next time.